Hi, I'm Menza. I post a game every day until I reach 500 elo. I am currently rated 433. Okay, so we are going to get into the Carocon. And get that started. And okay, gonna start getting a little bit of development. I wanted to bring this bishop usually up to here, but I obviously can't. So we will now think of pushing this one to there, and then we can start. Our bishops are now sort of semi-released. I will bring this one to here and then think of advancing this pawn. And my knight obviously will have to go here and then go over to here. So I might, okay, we'll put bishop there. So they take me, and I will take back. Will I do it with the knight or with the queen? I like my queen moved up, but I'm going to actually do it with the knight. Okay, so now this knight is going to go over here. This one can also come over here, and then we can have like everything all semi-developed. So we will first do this. Then my bishop can come here. And I will get castled when I can here. Start getting our rooks probably on this file because I'd like to push and break through in here. So they're going up there. And we will bring that bishop here. They have still this bishop, their rooks, their king has to be developed still. And we're going to get castled. So this file here, we're going to try to open up. So we'll get our rook there, and we will have to get our queen moved so that I can double the rooks. So this knight is semi in the way. It will have to be done something with. So I will take back with this pawn. And now the file is open on my side. And we'll definitely get this over here. Try to keep track of whether I'm up or down in time and material because it's always where I get low in time. So I've had quite a few games that where I've been really high in material, like we're talking almost 10, 12 and all that, and I end up losing. So if anyone has any tips as to whether or not how I can be less upset and raging about it because it really infuriates me that it happens and it's really difficult. And I'm sure everybody feels that way when that happens, but I really seem to. So now my bishop can come here and attack the rook. So obviously they would move it. The queen pawn could get in the way. And I do want to watch this. So now my knight is protecting it, as is my pawn here. If they push it, then it's free to the taking, and he would be in check. So, because if I take that, they have their pawn there, and I don't really think taking it, I would hopefully let them take. Okay, so now they're going to defend it more. My knight. Okay, I need something to be able to need my queen up. So I'm going to actually, well, that knight actually is protecting that. So it's protected by two knights and a pawn. And my bishop can get behind it as well. The queen would then be in there. And I can consider possibly getting my queen up somewhere so that my rooks can get doubled on this file. And the queen is coming there too. She's probably looking here. And this is defended. Looking at this. So I think a good move would be to possibly just make it so that this is not just a free pawn. Oh, and I've just taken defense off my knight. That was poor. Okay, so. And now they're looking at this, which is definitely protected by the bishop. And the bishop is protecting, they're both protecting one another, so. So. Now this is not looking entirely that great. Double my rooks and find out what they want to do. They probably want to maybe exchange this bishop, which would mean I would take back with the pawn. And then they have a way in here, so I don't want any problems. I might make a flight square for my king. And obviously that is protected by the knight as well. So that bishop has nowhere to go at the moment. They take it and get rid of that problem. Now this is protected. If I take with the knight, it is protecting everything. And, well, actually it takes the defense off this. So if I take with the pawn, this pawn is dead. And obviously I don't want to exchange queens. If I take with the rook, then my rook is looking at their queen. So I'm going to do with the rook. That will, yeah, the queen still protects this pawn. And my knight protects my rook, as does my queen. So they're going to get in there. So if I was to be able to come somewhere with more pieces here, they have pieces that are still in their opening squares, so they're pretty much down those material, but it's just what they do have is causing a lot of problems. So now I want to see, they don't seem to want to take that, do they? And their queen, if I put that pawn there, then they would just take my queen. So if my queen comes somewhere, it goes right there. There is that square to consider where my queen can come over. Just gotta make sure that there's not some problem putting my queen there. Put it down for a minute because, okay, the queen is attacking that and that, though she can't take either of them safely. But if I move my queen, then she can take this one. Okay. Okay, I almost blew it there. My rooks are defended by the knight. So I can't even make the move that I want to. If I do push that pawn, no, I've looked at that and the queen would be dead. Okay. My pieces don't have so much synergy right now. Okay, put that down again. So I'm gonna start by making a flight square for my king. And we'll find out what happens. The queen is sitting there. They have to decide if they're gonna take this pawn or not. And oh, they can't. The king. Okay. So that brings something to my attention a little bit because if I take back and their bishop is released. If I can't even bring my rook over here. Knight has to stay on defense, but my queen is also on defense of those. So if I bring this rook here, it's not defended, no. Here. No, then you can't go over. Oh. And if I bring my rook up here, then the queen obviously can put me in check, but I would have to go there or put something in the way. My knight is quite good there. This rook is protected, so if I can bring my knight somewhere, like it can come here. It's protecting that. So do I really want to get the defense off that? I can't push that pawn. I have to stop looking at that. And my queen needs to go someplace better than this. So if it goes here, there could be coming up here. Okay, let's put it here. Make sure nothing's going to take it. Okay. Now they're attacking my rook, which I will take back with the pawn. Okay. I have a lot of pressure coming up here. So if I go here and put him in check, then what exactly has to happen? Okay, they're going there. So if my queen comes and puts them in check, then I believe they have to go back to there. So we will do the queen check and make sure that nothing is going to take me. So check. They have to move their king. And then if my rook goes here, I put them in check. And then nothing can take that. And Now, if I go here and take this pawn, I go check. And is it possibly mate? Yes, it is. Okay. Thanks for watching. That was a really good win. I really had a lot of pressure with my double rooks, and my queen got in there, and she was like really like, oh, I'm very proud of my rooks. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.